How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Go ahead and come up in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. We got an interesting topic today: toxic and distorted masculine energy. All right, let's begin this presentation. Let's get into it. Toxic and distorted masculine energy. When strength becomes disconnected from wisdom, protection becomes domination, and purpose becomes performance. Get into the next slide. Masculine energy. Masculine energy is often discussed in extremes. Some reject it entirely. Others glorify distorted versions of it. Masculine energy at its healthiest can express protection, responsibility, discipline, courage, leadership, service, stewardship. But when these qualities become distorted, they can transform into something harmful. Protection becomes domination, responsibility becomes control, discipline becomes obsession, courage becomes aggression, leadership becomes manipulation, service becomes exploitation, and stewardship becomes possession. The goal is not the destruction of masculine energy, the goal is its refinement. Appreciate you for being here with me. All right, so this next slide. Y'all go ahead and I appreciate y'all for being here with me once again and taking the time out y'all day to enjoy this presentation. So in this slide, strength without wisdom. Strength alone is not enough. Courage becomes recklessness. Confidence becomes arrogance. Leadership becomes control. Protection becomes domination. Discipline becomes rigidity. Power requires direction. Otherwise, it becomes destructive. You get into the next slide. The mask of toughness. Strength is not about hiding. It's about healing. Many boys and men are taught that strength means never crying, never asking for help, never expressing fear, never appearing vulnerable. This creates performance, not necessarily strength. True strength can acknowledge pain without becoming ruled by it. A mask may hide wounds, but hidden wounds still influence behavior. The goal is not destruction of masculine energy. The goal is this refinement. Get into the next slide. Appreciate you being here with me, Sweet G. All right, so in this slide, when masculinity becomes performance, distorted masculine energy often seeks validation. It may constantly attempt to prove toughness, performance over resilience, dominance, control over connection, status, validation over value, power, influence over integrity, fearlessness, image over inner peace. When identity depends on proving strength, insecurity often remains beneath the surface. A secure man rarely needs constant demonstrations. True strength is found within, not in the eyes of others. How y'all enjoying this presentation so far? Anger without direction. Anger itself is not inherently bad. Anger can signal injustice, boundary violations, frustration, unmet needs. But anger without discipline becomes destructive. Anger without discipline is impulsive, reactive, destructive, short-sighted, and self-defeating. Anger with discipline is purposeful, responsible, constructive, long-term focus, and self-mastery. Many communities suffer not from anger itself, but from anger that lacks wisdom, purpose, and regulation. Appreciate that. Let's get into the next slide. Violence as identity. One of the most dangerous distortions when a person believes fear equals respect, harm equals power, intimidation equals leadership. A destructive cycle emerges. Insecurity seeks control, violence seeks validation, community pays the price, and cycle continues. Protection and violence are not the same thing. Destroyers feed ego, protectors build legacy. A protector uses force only when necessary. Wisdom guides strength. Discipline controls emotion. Purpose drives action. Service builds trust. And legacy inspires generations. A destroyer seeks force as validation. Get into the next slide. Appreciate y'all for being here with me once again. Taking the time out y'all day. I really do appreciate that. Now in this slide, the fear of emotional death. Many men are taught how to suppress emotion. Few are taught how to understand it. The culture of suppression. Don't cry. Be a man. Suck it up. Don't show weakness. Keep it inside. Suppression does not eliminate emotion. It only hides it. Emotional numbing, explosive outbursts, relationship breakdown, poor decisions, inner suffering. Suppression may appear strong, but it builds prisons. Emotional depth allows self-awareness, know yourself, empathy, understand others, better decisions, think with clarity, stronger relationships, connect deeply, greater resilience, adapt and grow, wisdom over suppression, feels without shame, understands without fear, process with intention, grow with purpose, and lead with integrity. Understanding is often stronger. It builds freedom. The strength is not the absence of emotion, but the wisdom to navigate it. Get into this next slide. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me if you ain't already hit that like button. It'll help me get through the algorithm. I appreciate y'all. All right, so distorted masculinity and community harm. When masculine energy becomes distorted, the damage goes far beyond the individual. Distortions lead to violence, lives lost, futures destroyed, addiction, escapes that steal lives and potential, family instability, homes broken, children wounded, neglect, emotional absence, physical absence, exploitation, power used to take instead of uplift, fear-based leadership, control through fear, not through vision, and cycles of trauma, pain passed down and generations suffer. The impact reaches everyone. Children grow up in fear, not safety. Communities live in instability, not opportunity. And generations carry wounds that they did not cause. The damage rarely affects only individuals. Entire communities feel the consequences. Healing masculinity heals communities. Wisdom guides strength. Empathy builds connection. Discipline creates direction. Service creates purpose. And leadership builds legacy. Strength without wisdom destroys. Wisdom with strength builds. Let me get into this next slide. Probably got about 4 more slides after this one. Healthy masculine energy, strength guided by wisdom, and power used for good. A healthy man becomes an asset to those around him. His presence increases stability. Healthy masculinity is not about dominance, it's about direction. Responsibility, owning your actions and providing for your commitments. Reliability, being someone others can count on consistently. Service, using your gifts to uplift and support others. Discipline, controlling impulses today to create freedom tomorrow. Protection, create safety and standing up for the vulnerable. Mentorship, guiding the next generation with wisdom and patience. Integrity, aligning your words, actions, and values at all times. And long-term thinking, building for the future and considering the impact of today. A man rooted in purpose, guided by wisdom, committed to growth, and dedicated to others. Let's get into this next slide. Once again, I do appreciate y'all being here with me. I really do. Taking the time out y'all day. All right, so capability without responsibility becomes danger. So the warrior develops capability, focus, self-mastery, and skill. Appreciate that, sweet G. So the warrior develops capability, focus, self-mastery, and skill, strength, build physical and mental toughness, skill, sharpen abilities and techniques, discipline, control impulses, train consistently, focus, pursue goals, eliminate distractions, courage, face challenges, and confront fear. The guardian develops responsibility, focus, protecting and serving others, protection, ensuring safety for others, mentorship, guide and develop the next generations, service, put others before self, integrity, do what is right even when no one is watching, and long-term thinking, build a legacy of stability. Without responsibility, power without purpose leads to domination, creates fear, destroys trust, and harms the innocent. With responsibility, power with purpose leads to protection, creates safety, builds trust, and uplifts the innocent. The evolution of masculinity is not weakness, it is refinement from raw potential, which includes instincts, impulses, and undirected, to the warrior path, build capability and master self, to the crossroad, a choice must be made, to the guardian path, embrace responsibility and serve others, to the legacy and impact, create stability, inspire generations. A true man is measured not by what he can take, but by what he protects. Let's get into the next slide. Healing distorted masculine energy. Healing is not about shame. Healing is not about shame. It is about growth. Distortion is corrected through development. The healing principles, accountability, owning your actions and creates the foundation for change. Self-awareness, Understanding your patterns breaks the cycle. Mentorship. I appreciate you, sweet G. Mentorship, guidance from those who walk the path. Community, surrounded by people who support growth and truth. Emotional education, learning to understand and express emotions with strength. Purpose, a clear purpose directs energy into meaningful impact. Rights of responsibility, commitments and rituals shape character. The foundation of healing, recognize the pattern, accept the truth, make amends and repair, commit to growth, become a source of strength. The path of transformation, from destruction, living in anger, pain, and disconnection, to self awareness, facing truth with courage and honesty, to guidance, learning from within and experience, to brotherhood, building bonds that strengthen the support, to purpose, living for something greater than self, to legacy, leaving a positive impact for generation. A healed man does not just change his life, he transforms his legacy. Let's get into the next slide. We 11 minutes in. Once again, I appreciate y'all for taking the time out y'all day to be here with me. All right, masculine energy is neither inherently toxic nor inherently virtuous. Its impact depends on how it is developed. Strength without wisdom creates harm. Ego over purpose, power over people, domination over respect, impulse over discipline, fear as a weapon, legacy of destruction. Strength guided by wisdom creates protection. Purpose over ego, service over self, respect over domination, discipline over impulse, courage with compassion, and legacy of generations. A man is measured not by what he can take, but by what he protects. The future requires men who can build, protect, lead, teach, heal, and serve. The pillars of a healthy masculine life: accountability, own your actions and face the truth; self-awareness, know yourself, master yourself; mentorship, learn from those who walk the path; community, grow together. No man thrives alone. Emotional education, understands emotion, leads with maturity. Purpose, live for something bigger than you. And rights of responsibility, commit, serve, and become trustworthy. The goal is not shame, the goal is growth. Distortion is corrected through development. Let's get into this last slide. I appreciate y'all for sticking in here with me. We got this last slide right here. Distorted masculine energy seeks validation through domination. Domination uses power to control and intimidate. Ego needs constant approval and validation. Fear creates fear to gain compliance. Exploitation uses others for personal gain and status. Short-term focus seeks instant gratification and attention. Refined masculine energy seeks purpose through protection, responsibility, service, stewardship. Protection creates safety, stands as a shield. Responsibility owns action and leads by example. Service puts others first without expectation. Mentorship builds others up and passes wisdom. Long-term vision plans, builds, and leaves a lasting legacy. The goal is not less strength, but wiser strength. The result of distorted masculine energy is chaos, violence, brokenness, trauma, weak communities. The results of refined masculine energy is stability, respect, strong families, healing, and thriving communities. True power is measured by responsibility. Strength without wisdom creates harm, and strength guided by wisdom creates power, or creates protection. I appreciate y'all for being here with me and joining me on this presentation. We about almost 14 minutes in. I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all once again for being here with me, and let's get up out of here.